This week's showcase of the best builds from the Jurassic World Evolution 3 workshop includes some exciting theme park attractions, like the Bone Shaker, River Rapids, and a... what?
Carousel.
There's so much exciting and beautiful stuff in this episode that I can't wait to share with you. So get ready to step into a museum and, if you're brave enough, into a lagoon shark cage. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The first blueprint of the day is this super fun carousel by Jinxta. And I just thought this was so whimsical and fun and colorful and very appropriate for a theme park vibe. It is a bit oversized, as you can see. I put some buildings in the background. That's a bit of a shame, but still, I feel like this is so fun to add to your parks that I wanted to show it. And it's so clever and unique. I love this sort of creativity. Next is an attraction that most of you will recognize. It is the Bone Shaker from Jurassic Park The Game. And this was made by Mr. Go-O Butler. This is so fun. I went looking for this. I was like, surely someone has built the Bone Shaker at this point. And yes, they did. So here's the roller coaster cars on there. Oh, it's so fun. By the way, the letters here on top are backwards. I'm guessing so you can see it, from the ride. I'm assuming that's accurate to how it is in the game. It is pretty simple to flip them though. So if you just go into Edit Group and you want to line it up so you can just use the box select to grab all of the pieces. There, so now I have all the pieces for the sign and you can flip it around so that it faces outward to your guests, as they approach the Bone Shaker. There, I do feel like that looks better, but yeah, I'm confident that the other way around is actually accurate to how it is in the game. Now I want to show you the River Rapids ride by Leon NL, and look how cool this is to add to your parks. This is really the theme park vibes. What they've done originally was put it into a lagoon. Very, very on brand with Jurassic World, very unsafe, but you don't have to place it with a lagoon. So I just added it to deep water here, which I feel is maybe a little bit safer. And it's just so fun. Like here, the lift back here for the boats to come back up. There's statues all around to bring it to life. Oh, this is so fun. And all the individual boats that will go around. You see the suggestion of a track. I've been making fake attractions since Jurassic World Evolution 2, using viewing towers and electric pylons to simulate a zipline. So I'm personally not at all miffed that this doesn't move, because this is next level for me. I love adding this sort of attractions to a park. This viewing tower is based on the fairy tale of Rapunzel, so it is Rapunzel's Tower, and this is built by Swain Loken. And I just thought this was really cute for like a fairy tale inspired section in your park, or even a full park build perhaps. From a little build to one of the biggest in this week's Workshop Wednesday, this is the Observation Walkway by fellow YouTuber Cleo. This build uses some trickery that allows guests to walk through the build and get face to face with the sauropods. I've linked Cleo's video in the description box, which has step-by-step instructions on how to use this blueprint, because it's not quite as easy as just dropping it in. For starters, because it's not just one blueprint, it's actually 3 pieces. 2 blueprints, so you have the outer ends. Those are just duplicates of one another, and then you have the middle sections, so you have to piece those together nicely. And the trickery that's hidden inside will be removed if I use the advanced move tools to get this out of the way. And that exposes the truth within. It also exposes that I did it a little bit wrong. But yeah, it's just raised terrain, some path over it to allow the guests to actually walk from point A, the entrance right there, to point B. And along the way, yeah, they can look at the sauropods. It's a really, really cool build. I really love this. Normally, how I pick blueprints for Workshop Wednesday is I see a post on Reddit or I go looking for things in the workshop specifically, like how I went looking for the Bone Shaker. But for this bridge, it's different. I've gotten about 100 comments from people saying, Evo, this YouTuber Cleo has figured out how to make a functional bridge, you have to check it out. And I gotta be honest, I don't like it that much. And that's because it uses the same trick as the observation walkway. Hidden under the bridge is just a wall of terrain. For me, a functional bridge has to do two things. People have to walk across it, and people, dinosaurs, tours, water, stuff like that, have to be able to go under it. This bridge does the one thing, but not the other. But so many people do like this, clearly, because I got so many messages that I had to include it in Workshop Wednesday to show it to more people, because I'm sure that more people out there are gonna love this illusion. But personally, I much prefer the observation walkway, so I'm very happy that I found that through all these comments. Again, Cleo's video is linked below. It's a Brazilian channel, but there's auto dubbing, so you can follow the steps on how to place both the bridge and the observation walkway. On the topic of bridges, I want to quickly show you how to achieve this, having your gyrospheres go over a bridge. A huge thank you to Jamie on my Discord server for bringing this trick to my attention. So to do this, all you really need to do is lay a gyrosphere track down. So there is a gyrosphere track going through like this slight valley, and you place any built bridge on the tour track. So if I move this out of the way, you can see that the gyrosphere is just on the ground doing its thing, rolling along. So that's where the track goes here. You can see just the lights. You have to make sure that it has a gentle slope so the track can go up and down. And then again, you can place any bridge that you want. So I'm gonna move this back into position, and I'm just lining it up with the track. And then we have this hamster ball over here, and as soon as I place it and we hit play, it drives over the bridge, so it recognizes the collision of these pieces, and it can actually go over. And again, this works with any bridge, with my bridge blueprints, with any custom bridge that you yourself build. You can use Cleo's bridge to do this. It works with any pieces that you lay down. Okay, now we're back to blueprints, and I'm really excited to show you the inside of this one. This is an amazing museum build. You can already see through the skylights. An amazing museum build. Unfortunately, your name is, at least currently, censored on the workshop, so it's Parasita something. I'm so sorry. But oh my gosh, what an amazing museum build. So if we hop into capture mode and then we go inside when dinosaurs ruled the earth, and look at this vast interior space with the skeletons down here. This is so cool. And I feel like at night, if even possible, it looks even better. So let's switch to nighttime. Look at it. This is mind-blowing. I love this so much. This is so smart. Oh man, this is gorgeous. I could just hang out in here forever. Look at that. Look at that. For the next one, I need to hop back into night because we have these adorable lanterns by Billy Herr. So these are just, you know, those paper lanterns that they have float on the water, and it's so magical. I love this so much. It actually goes really well with the Rapunzel viewing tower that I showed you earlier on in this episode. So yeah, again, fairy tale kind of vibes. This is whimsical as heck. I love that sort of stuff. And now that we're here, this lovely guest platform is by Benjamin. I saw this on Reddit and obviously fell in love with it instantly. I love this sort of stuff. Now, what I've done here is I've placed it on the water as like sort of a dock. You can imagine you would place like a restaurant nearby, something like that. But you can also place this in a habitat, and I've done that over here. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is the correct way. Look, and now it's an elevated view into this very flowery dry source habitat. And you actually have the guests using the tables and chairs up here. So it, you know, it looks fully functional. It's such a cute build. And it's so oh my god, I cannot sing the praises of this enough. This is so fun. I love a circle. From something really nice and peaceful, we're gonna go over to something much more thrilling, dare I say, scary. Oh! My timing is impeccable. The shark is a paid actor. So what we have here is a shark diving attraction by Bob. Simply Bob. And you know what? Just like Madonna, Zendaya, Elvis, they earn it. They earn just having the singular name, and they claim it, they own it. 'Cause this is so cool. So it like snaps onto the lagoon itself. It's a lagoon viewing gallery, so it has, you know, the stadium seating hidden inside there. And it's this really cool suspended construction that extends out into the lagoon. And then, as you can see, what goes down is yeah, what would I even call that? Some sort of metal construction that protects a shark cage. So the attraction here is that, you know, guests, very, very, very brave guests, would sign up, they'd put on their diving suits, and yeah, they would get into the shark cage and they would go down into the depths of the lagoon. Oh man, but it's so cool. Obviously, I had to place the shark feeder nearby, so you get that as well, but look at that. Here you have benches for the guests to change into their diving suit. And then the door up here where they can enter the cage. And there's this whole pulley system included as well to lower the cage up and down the, the graded protective shaft. There's just so much attention to detail that really brings it to that realistic level. Like there's even, I just noticed, gas tanks, which I'm guessing are meant to mimic oxygen tanks for the guests to go down into the cage with. It has like this protective edge around it, because obviously our sharks are jumpers. It's so good. Bob, you did good. Well done, Bob. Well done. And you know me, I'm just a sucker for anything to do with the Megalodon. I love the Megalodon so much, man. I have a couple more blueprints to do with the lagoon, starting with this cute little elevated viewing platform. They advertised it as, you know, for the lagoon specifically, I guess because, you know, it raises the guests up to be able to look over the wall that surrounds the lagoon. But, you know, it doesn't clip onto the lagoon or anything, so you can place this wherever you want in your park, and honestly, I will, because it's so adorable and so detailed. I absolutely adore this. And yeah, it'll just work anywhere in your park. I love the way they use the canvas here, supported by the lanterns, these flower pots on the posts. This build, lagoon raised seating by Jennifer. Again, Jennifer, that name is yours now. You own it. Congratulations, you won the name Jennifer. Just like Bob won the name Bob. There you go. I don't make the rules. Actually, I think maybe I just did. But oh man, this is so good. Like I said though, we're not done yet with the lagoon. And the next thing I want to show you is this really beautiful lagoon hatchery. This build is by Karain or Karain. And we only have 2 default lagoon hatcheries. So when I saw this, I was like, yep, I need that. This looks so good. Like it's really modern, it's really clean. It has like a bit of decorative element to it. I love the tower with the glass roof there. Super nice. Even some seating on top. Heck yeah, we treat our employees right. Little rest area for them. Next, but not last for the lagoon, is something that you'll recognize and you're probably really excited by right now. This is another ship built by Pliosaur Dork. So I already showed an amazing build by Pliosaur Dork last week. They built a whole naval ship, but this time around they applied their naval knowledge to the ship from Jurassic World Rebirth. This is Duncan Kincaid's ship, the Essex, and just brought into the game with insane attention to detail. Pliosaur Dork is definitely one of the most gifted builders that we have adding their stuff to the workshop, and I'm super grateful for that, because how cool is it to have this in your lagoon? Now, I put it into my Megalodon lagoon. Obviously, this thing belongs in a Mosasaurus lagoon, especially if, but let's be honest, when we get that Rebirth DLC. Can you imagine this with like the Rebirth Mosasaurus swimming along it? Oh, heck yeah. For the last of the lagoon blueprints, we actually have to move over to a different lagoon because I needed more sunlight. You can already see them. You can see them under the water there. Now, one of the downsides of modular building is that Frontier really expects us to go into scenery, foliage, and then with aquatic foliage, decorate the inside of our huge lagoons. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna do that. And unfortunately, you know, they didn't really provide us any alternative to that. So that is where the workshop comes in. I've selected 2 really big lagoon coral reef builds that you can just add to your lagoons and really quickly fill them up with, you know, some elevation, some plant life, some texture, some interest here. We have a nice arch. You know I love an arch. So the arch, let me check here just to make sure that I don't get them mixed up. The arch is by Sunny Sunset. And the other one, this huge rock formation with coral on top and even some regular foliage as well to fill it out a bit. This one is by Poor Ranger, or maybe in French, Pouranger. The next 2 blueprints are 2 by Dragon Hollow. Dragon Hollow has been featured in every Workshop Wednesday so far. So 3 for 3, this time 2 entries, and Dragon Hollow is really bringing it with these Asian style builds, expanding that building set in the most incredible, mind-blowing way. Like, look at this. So this is their monorail station. I mean, what am I even supposed to say? This is so gorgeous. And then they also have the viewing tower. Look at it. Oh my god. I need to start an Asian build. Oh man, I just want to use this stuff so badly. The current park building series on the channel are Grand Canyon Park, videos every week, and Mesozoic Mountain, live on stream every Saturday. This large hotel build is by Tupolim, and of course I fell in love with this hotel because it includes a bridge. This is like the perfect Evo hotel. But it's just beautiful, it's really modern, I think it fits really well with the whole Jurassic World building set. This is probably gonna be my default big hotel from now on. It's so good. In this episode, I've been showing you quite a few huge things. It's time to switch it up a little bit and go to something much smaller, but very versatile. Like, this is a park building must-have. And I do now see that I've messed it up a little bit. They're floating a bit, so let me get these into their proper grounded position. There! So as you can see, these are information signs. These were built by Flugel0011. And like I said, these are park building essentials. Like, this is so handy to just have as a blueprint to be able to place these around, you know, for your Cretaceous cruise, for your aviary, like all of the in-game attractions, they have an information sign available. And if you want, you can switch out like the specific icons that have been used here. You know, if you want, like, you know, if it's a balloon tour with only herbivorous animals, you maybe want to switch it out with these icons, for example. Use them as a jumping off point to save yourself some time and also, you know, ease yourself into using that building skill yourself. Are we cleared for landing? This airplane is by Gamerzilla. I just felt like including it because I think it's really fun in terms of like storytelling as an alternative to how guests come into your park. But now you might be wondering, okay, if my guests are arriving via airplane, where would the airplane land? Well, right here at the airport. This airport build is by Sir Blamo, and as you can see, it is an arrival point. So this is how your guests would come into the park. I think this is really realistic as an arrival point, so that's why I went looking for an airport. I'd really like to use this in a future build. Maybe I'll build a custom one, but I wanted to include this really nice airport build for you to be able to use. You know, if you're just starting out a new sandbox park build and you're looking for a different, unique way for your guests to come into your park, I think this airport in combination with the airplane are really cool. For the last build of Workshop Wednesday, we have to load into a different map. And spoiler alerts, here we go. This is gonna be my first time seeing it. What the actual heck? Oh my god. Alright folks, this is the Titanic by Special K4724. I cannot believe someone managed to do this in game. Look at this beauty. This is gorgeous. I love this. Oh no, why did I just have the thought of, you know, the sun dawning on the Titanic and it makes me a little bit emotional. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. You're playing a dinosaur game, Evo. It's just a fun thing to download and look at it for a little bit. Maybe if you're weird like me, get a little bit emotional when the sun actually rises. But yeah, absolutely incredible that someone built this. I'm really impressed. At the end, I want to shamelessly plug one of my own blueprints. I recently added the mines to the workshop. It is a self-contained build of dynamic rocks and foliage that you can place in any park and then grab a flashlight to explore. One part of the tunnel has torches, but the rest of it is pitch black, and there are some surprises to discover along the way. If you want to see the full build of the huge Dimetrodon mines, check out that video. I've linked it here at the end. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.